All right. Well, I'm back in California from a great series of trips, actually, from LA to Chicago to Rockford to Indianapolis and other places I won't mention, but in Indiana. And it was a great visit with family, with old friends, and of course made some new friends that I didn't just see online anymore. Now I've spent time with them in person, as you'll see in upcoming morning messages. Some great stuff coming up with a lot that I'm processing, even for my television show, The Now Man Show. Just really important stuff, educationally speaking, and also to show the social interactions of our organization, as well as our activism and what we are choosing to focus on. Of course, economic development, because degrowth doesn't work. Not even for really the people at the top who may not be thinking about that so much. And that's what we can learn from people around the world who have chosen to be anti-imperialist and not develop economies based around war and monopoly and domination. It really doesn't make any sense. And the Center for Political Innovation really is the only thing I have found out there that's consistent. That's not to say we're perfect, we get everything right. We'll make corrections when we make mistakes, because everyone does. But we're focusing on issues, case by case. We're not aligning ourselves with one particular political party. And we can help others to understand that too. For instance, Trump's big, beautiful bill is disastrous, right? It's disastrous that he claimed that he could somehow end these wars or work with coalitions to end the wars in Ukraine and in Palestine, but it hasn't happened. Even though the vast majority of the people in this country and the vast majority of the people around the world don't want them, right? So it's a very small group of people, a very small group of imperialists, that are keeping this thing going. But it's not sustainable. And we know that. We already know that. Didn't we learn anything economically from 1929 into the 1930s, or from 2007, 2008 going forward? Did we not learn anything from Libya, when I know for a fact that it was a developing economic power? In the 1980s, when I was in Japan, I had a roommate from Libya who basically let me know that. And now we've bombed them all the way back to the Stone Age. It's ridiculous. So Captain Traore from Burkina Faso is an example of how anti-imperialists are refusing to go along with this economic model anymore. It's time. It's time for CPI, and we're fired up. We're working on upcoming activities, workshops, of course, the next convention, a lot of topics, and a lot of rallies, actions, etc., etc. And before I finish up this morning message, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break, a little musical break. How about that? Okay, this place here across the street is called the Rose Palace, and I'll do a morning message about it sometime. I'll give you a little clue as to why that's a piece of history. Got a whole lot of love. I got a whole lot of love. Also, in the sunshine of your love. And it ain't me. It ain't me. Yeah, I ain't no Senator Son. No, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me, I ain't no fortunate one. And last but not least, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby, don't you know that I love you? Okay, that's enough of the musical break. Just thought I'd share that with you. And speaking of music and also morning messages, feel free to send one. It can be music, it can be perhaps your idea for fasting or making smoothies, or show us some cool things about the city where you live, or just tell us, why CPI for you. like Gabby does in an upcoming message. Yeah, there's all sorts of possibilities, you know? And that being said, I hope that everybody is having a great day, a great week, and looking forward to what is coming next. And always peace now. We really need to focus on these issues because people don't want war and they haven't wanted war. And we need to send messages constantly to let the imperialists, the monopolists know that we don't want that. It doesn't work in anyone's best interest, not even theirs really. So, and economic development, well, we know about 5-year plans, but they do work. New mistakes get made, of course they do, but 5-year plans are productive and they do work. Some things should never be through a planned system. They should be utilizing the markets. As we've talked about, the things for fun shouldn't be economically planned by the state at all. But we need to look at the things, the necessities of life, things that people need, for instance, like education and healthcare and just basic survival needs, right? Those things can be planned by the government. That doesn't mean everything. And once more and more people learn of the true history and not what's been propagandized to them, they'll see. And that's part of our work. And that's where I'm going to leave it for now.